Okay, so this was the couch that one of my students, Andrew, came up with. Beautiful couch. I totally dig the monochromatic modern look, though I'm scared of having to try and keep that clean if that were the case. And this one's a bit challenging just because it has these curves. So I'm just going to show really quick. Um, this was kind of what I came up with for at least the base minus the cushions. And you'll see it has the seams, and you can take a look and see that's fairly close to it. There's a couple of things we could tuck this in, but the general idea, the seams of that third section, uh, the two sides, and then just the curvatures and the nice modern inset of that. And this one was it was a bit of a challenge, so went through a few different iterations. I'm just going to show you what I came up with, and we have to use a few new tools to get this, but this will give you a good idea of just how I got to this point right here, which was interesting. So there's a dozen ways we could approach this. I'll just show you the one that I kind of came up with and how I got into this. So if I go and I'm going to create a polygon cube, and so I make it the length of one side, and then I boost it up a bit. And there's my cube. So I'm going to use a new tool. I'm going to go in, I'm going to select, or actually go to multi-select, shift. So I've got the edge and the face. And boom, wedge. This creates a wedge for that corner. And this is how smooth you can have it. Okay. Then I just select that face, extrude, pull that out. But there. Next, this area here, and we're going to do a bevel. Wide, short, right in there. So now that I've got that, so I've got these, I get it as wide as I need it. I'll tighten that up a little bit more. Maybe about 1.5 or 0.15, right about there. and I matched it up so that there's the same number here to the same number up here. And now it's a matter of going in and cleaning this guy up so that it matches. Okay. So what we're going to do, go to the modeling tools and first do the multi-cut. Okay. And now I can start to merge these to the separate pieces going in. So I could merge them and do that, scratch that. Through a target weld. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it just a little bit cleaner. I'm actually just going to take boom, shift period. And delete. And now I'm just going to go append a polygon and close these up. G. So I have that. Double clicked that. Oh, haha. Let's get this. Right click, face mode. And delete. And now I want to extrude this mesh. There we go. This we want to get rid of. So I double click to get the whole loop. There we go. Extrude. It's this part right here. Extrude. extrude. Now we have to worry about these curves and these curves looping. So now I'm going to extrude again. Boom. And extrude one more time. And now so now I've got that down, and now I've got this depth in there. And we can see this is also starting to round this out, which is nice. I left this because this is going to be that indentation between the white section and the black section. And now I can just start to fix some of these things. Like we have a few little things that are a little bit odd, but we'll fix that. That's pretty easy. And then we have to round this off. So we used the wedge tool for this. We used Bevel for this. We see it's starting to get there. That straightens that out. These guys, I go in, bevel. edge here. Edge there. And what we're going to do is going around. Edit mesh, extrude. Now there's your indentations. You can do it a little bit tighter, a negative 0.05, just like that. Insert edge loop tool, which is also, well, this guy right here. Right in here. Right up to here, to here. And I'm going to extrude that. Pull that inward. Just blocks this off so I can go here and here. And then I go in and bevel that. One, two, three. These two again. Now that's clean. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I can append this close. Same for this. And I just want to get rid of this so we don't have an end gone. Target weld, edge mode. So target weld, edge mode. There we go. Now, append. Now to get rid of this, I'm just going to go in. 2, 3, 4. It's still too many, but looks cleaner. Those are, every time I'm trying to soften that out, just like in the refrigerator demo, that helps me to keep the form. And now you can see it's keeping its form a lot better. And there we are. Ah, that's weird. Ah, target weld. That's how you get the main edges in there. And this should give you basically just what you need to start to do it. A lot of the stuff, so whenever I'm trying to retain an edge, just remember, look at the refrigerator demo I have. You have to put an edge on either side to retain that curvature, otherwise it starts to blob. So like right here, where we see it happening, it's because there's not enough information in here. So if I actually go in, insert edge loop, see now we have that in there. And we could do the same for this one. Blobs out, edge right over here, edge right over here, 3. Now we can see that's much more detailed. Same as with this. The last thing I'm going to do, you'll know how to do the cushions, but this will just get you started with just the base, would be going in B for soft select, B middle mouse button to increase or decrease that selection. So I'm going to go right up to about here, pull it down, pull it back, so we can have a little bit more of a slope. Now we have more of that curvature there. And then once again, just to if I want to sharpen this out, there we go. And that's it.